Do you know what is public procurement? Are you aware of the acts and rules for procurement of goods, works and services? Are there any methods used for procurement? Are there any efforts made to build capacity of the procuring entities? You will get the answers to these questions and a lot more in this course. Welcome to the Introduction on Basics of Procurement e-learning course. This course is designed for the officials of the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare and its key entities who are directly or indirectly involved in procurement process. The course will take approximately 2.5 hours to complete. After completion of the course, you will be awarded with a certificate of completion. By the end of this course, you will develop an understanding of the basics of procurement, including rules and regulations to follow in public procurement. This course has 5 modules that cover important definitions, procurement methods and planning, tender invitation, receiving and opening, tender evaluation, negotiation and approval, and contract management and complaint and appeal. At the end of the course, you will have to go through an evaluation process for getting the certificate. Let's now begin with the first module, important definitions. Public procurement refers to purchases by governments from the private sector in accordance with acts and rules. At the end of this session, you will be able to define public procurement and public funds, describe the application of acts and rules for procurement, and explain important procurement terms. Let's begin by developing our understanding on public procurement. Public procurement is procurement using public funds. So then, what are public funds? Public funds are the funds which are allocated to the procuring entity from the government budget or loans, grants, or credit disposed to the procuring entity from DPs. Let's now look at some other important definitions. The Public Procurement Act of 2006 is a law enacted on matters relating to government goods, including the determination of procedures to be followed in the case of any product, work, or service. The Public Procurement Rules of 2008 are procurement-related rules framed by the government with the power conferred by Section 70 of the Public Procurement Act 2006. Where are the procurement acts or rules applicable? Specific acts and rules are applicable for procurement of goods, works, and services. These rules must be followed by any procuring entity which is using public funds and any government, semi-government, or statutory body that is established under law for procurement under a loan, credit, or agreement with a DP or foreign state. Let's look at some more definitions. Goods refer to raw materials, products and equipment and objects in solid, liquid or gaseous form, electricity and related services. Works mean all works associated with construction, reconstruction, site preparation, demolition, maintenance or renovation. Services refer to goods related services, physical services or intellectual and professional services. Tender, proposal or quotation refer to the document submitted by a tenderer or a consultant to a procuring entity in response to an invitation for delivery of goods or services. Tender document means the document provided by a procuring entity to a tenderer as a basis for preparation of its tender. Standard documents have been prepared by agent for government or goods, construction work or datsang, and service. All these standard documents, the Central Procurement Technical Unit or CPTU, is set up by the government in the Implementation Monitoring and Evaluation Division of the Ministry of Planning to fulfill the purpose of the Act and these rules. Approving authority means the authority which, in accordance with the delegation of financial powers, approves the award of contract. The head of the procuring entity refers to the head of a government department or directorate, or the chief executive of a local government agency, or an autonomous or semi-autonomous body, a corporation, or a corporate body established under the Companies Act. For DGHS, DG is the hope for all the directorates, including the projects, national and sub-national authorities of DGHS. Delegation of financial powers means the instructions with regards to the delegation of financial authority relating to the contract approval of public procurement or sub-delegation of financial powers under such delegation. This brings us to the end of this module, Important Definitions. In this module, you have learnt about public procurement and public funds, application of acts and rules for procurement, and important procurement terms. You may now attempt the ungraded knowledge checks for this module.